Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Before diving into the video, let me tell you why you can prefer my web development playlist. Unlike typical YouTube playlists, this one includes MCQs and assignments just like a real course. I hope you got the idea. Let's dive into the video. In this video, we are going to understand one of the most important concepts in CSS, the box model. Let's start with a simple question. What is box model? Box model states that every element on a web page is treated like a box. Think of it as a container with 4 layers. Content. This is the text or image inside. Padding is the space around the content inside the box. The next one is border. The outline surrounding the padding is called border. The last one is margin. It is the space outside the border separating it from other elements. This is the basic structure of the CSS box model. Now let me explain this in the browser. Open VS Code. Here is the code we wrote in the previous video. Let's run it. Now right click, select inspect. Now you can see the HTML code we wrote in the VS Code. Expand the sections by clicking this one. These are the elements we used in our HTML code. When I move my cursor over the heading, notice something. The blue area shows the content area. If I move my cursor, it will disappear. So observe it. Blue area shows the content area and border is its outline. We didn't provide any padding and margin to this heading, so we can't observe padding. But this peach color area is the margin because browser provides some default margin to the elements like heading and paragraph. You can also see width and height measurements in pixels of heading element. It's showing that the width of our heading is 588.04 and height is 37.1 pixels. Now watch what happens when I hover on the paragraph. See, the blue highlight shows the content area of paragraph. That peach color area shows the default margin. That's why we see the spacing between these elements. Now let's go to the button, hover over it, and you will notice something different. The blue area is visible only where the element is present. It's not occupied the entire width of the page because elements like paragraph and heading occupies the entire width of the page, but some elements like button occupy the width till where they are present. When I hover on container element, we can see the blue area occupied the entire elements. Means for this div, all these elements are the content because these elements are wrapped inside the div element. So for this div element, all this is considered as content area. In simply, we can say the entire blue area represents the content space of the div. Padding and margin are not visible because we didn't add them, but some elements have default margin. Now let's observe each layer for each element with the help of visual box model. I am selecting heading element. Scroll down. Here you can see a visual box model. With the help of this, we can observe each layer clearly. When I hover inside, I can see the content area of the heading. It shows content area occupied the entire width of the page. Then padding. There is no padding because we didn't apply padding to this heading element. Now hover on to border. Border is also not visible, but it always present between padding and margin. Now move on to margin. Peach colored area is the margin. Now let's do the same thing for paragraph element. When I move cursor inside, it shows the content area. Then padding. No padding is added. No border. But we can observe the default margin. Now let's see for button. When I hover inside on the content, you can see the content in blue. When I move to padding, you can observe light green area around it. See clearly. That green area is padding. We can also observe border here. See the change when I move to border, and there is no visible margin for this because we didn't add margin. So buttons only take space around their content, not the full width. We observe that heading and paragraph take the full width of the page. So they are called as block level elements. So if we add a new element immediate to it, it will always start from a new line. But the button does not take the full width. So if we add another element after it, it can appear beside the button. This visual box model helps you clearly see content, padding, border, margin of each element. You can select the element which you want and observe its content, padding, border, margin. You can get more clarity by trying it on your own. This is all about box model. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep growing. Meet you in the next one.